Party people in the place to be. Live from 58 Dream Street. We're changing the games. Happy Saturday, folks. Oh my. It's been a long week. It's been a long run of weeks. But it finally piled up to the degree that I had to commit to working through the long weekend. So that's always a drag. But got the work I need to do done today. And I'm ready to do the real work of escaping the clutches of the wizard Manannan, returning to Alexander's rightful birthplace of Daventry, and saving his sister and the entire kingdom and just being a hero. Cedric, welcome! Yeah, so here we are. The story so far, a young man captured by an evil wizard. In fact, an evil wizard who has continually captured people, young men, when they were babies, before they were even young men. Because this Manannan, he hates people, but he also hates spirits. So he doesn't want to use his dark powers to summon spirits to do his work. Instead, he kidnaps one baby, keeps it as a slave, kind of dark stuff here, and then getting darker. Either if they show independence or turn 18, which is a proxy for showing independence, he turns them to ash and he gets a new one. Gwydion is 17 and is Manannan's current slave. Oh dear. That's where he picked up. And we have started undermining the wizard. And we've also, by learning the understand the speech of animals spell, we have found out from the birds that Gwydion is actually Alexander, the Prince of Daventry. Except that he was kidnapped when he was a baby. And Daventry's in trouble. And so that's where we are. Gotta get back. So, without any further ado, let's fire this thing up and get going. I'm hopeful that we will succeed in this quest today. But we'll see, because there's some things that I'm still got to figure out, obviously, like in the segment of the game I'm in. And also, it's quite clear that there is a whole other segment of the game awaiting. So, we'll see. See if I can solve it all. I do have some thoughts pertaining to what I have thus far solved. This is Manannan. You can see he's not just an evil wizard. He's clearly an evil wizard. But there could be an evil wizard who has a sinister grin on his face. Manannan has never grinned in his entire life for sinister or other purposes. He has never laughed. He is a joyless, miserable son of a bitch. And we're going to enjoy defeating him. So let's dive back in and figure out where I was. Uh-oh. There are so many of these now. Gotta look at the timestamps. This is probably the one. 2023, 9:30, 5:02. But let's check. I know the name Al Lowe, but I can't bring to mind exactly. Okay, it is the prince who was promised. I can't bring to mind exactly. Is he the leisure suit? Yes. Okay. So I was running through and I was like, it's the two guys from Andromeda for, the Space Quest, and it's Lorianne and Corey for Quest for Glory, and then it's Jane Jensen for Gabriel Knight. And I would have eventually got there, I think. But thank you both. And hello, Tashtari. Welcome. All right, firing it up. Right now, things are coming together. In particular, the most important thing is that I have prepared the concoction to transform whoever eats the concoction into a cat forever. But even better, because the cat cookie was a asterisked or starred off item, a contraband item. So if I went anywhere near Manannan with it, he would just kill me. So it doesn't matter that he's sitting at the table saying, bring me food. He's not going to fall when I bring him the obvious, this is the cat spell cookie from your book. He's going to put 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 together. And that's 8. And boom. Dead. But I figured it was a great moment. PJ had suggested maybe because I went around in the kitchen in Manannan's lair trying to find where can I put this cookie. Could I like bake it into something? Can I disguise it more? And PJ had suggested, what if you went to the tavern, see if they have food, or even if you could buy a drink from them and mix it in there. And while I was there, that wasn't working. They didn't have food, and Alexander just immediately drinks any liquor that he buys. But while I was there, I remembered that 3 bears are in this game, and that I commented earlier on how unusually detailed their little area is, since previously all I had done is gone in and stolen a thimble from their dresser. And one of the times when I went in there, their famous porridge bowls were on the table. Boom. It all went off in my brain. It was very satisfying. It's a great puzzle because it's at a glance, it seems like you're in the kind of frustrating adventure game situation you sometimes get in where you know the general idea, got to mix this into something else. And then there are all kinds of things that seem like it should work. You're like, oh, the game wants me to find the exact specific one. But then when you bring... Oh, I don't know that it's shaped. And hello, PJ. I don't know that there's any shaping going on. I think the real giveaway is all the cat hair that is protruding. Waffle syrup. All right. Hello. Awesome. We're bumping. Yeah, but I remembered the porridge, and then the beautiful fairy tale logic of it is that you got to take the small bowl, baby bear's bowl, the porridge that is canonically just right. And then so then it makes sense actually that the general idea is to disguise it in the food, but it has to be one food item. It's because through fairy tale logic, there is one food item that has been prepared so well that you can't screw it up by just hiding the cookie in it. So I've got the poison porridge. I'm just waiting for Manannan to wake up or get... No, he's on a trip again. So pretty soon, we're going to be rid of Manannan. We're going to have the run of the tower, which is great. Maybe Manannan and his own cat. I'm curious to see if there will be an interaction between them. But while we're down here, I got a few more things to figure out. I'm missing a few spell components. But we have leads on all of them. So that's good. Check it out. I'm missing 3 acorns for the deep sleep spell. I don't know who I need to put into a deep sleep. Because it's apparently not Manannan, who's just going to be turned into a cat. But I need 3 acorns, but it's not any 3 acorns. I need 3 dried acorns. I have a little idea here. It's been very frustrating so far. There's an oak tree, a bunch of acorns on the ground. You search them, it's like, yeah, they're all fresh. Which makes sense. They just fell off the tree. There's a place where you can see the squirrel stash of acorns in the foreground, but it doesn't seem to be possible to climb that tree or to turn into an eagle and fly up to it or to turn into a fly and fly up to it. You can overhear a lot of squirrel conversations, some of which are about collecting acorns, and yet none of them seem to drop a hint. So I kind of have a lead. I'm kind of not. Let's come back to that. Put a pin in that, because I do have a bit of an idea. I don't know. I have a thought there. I need mud for the storm spell. I'm guessing that the storm spell will either be used to prevent the pirates from leaving before I'm ready, because there are some pirates now in the tavern who are planning to sail for Daventry. Or at least they're planning to sail. Maybe they didn't even specify Daventry. DJ, we could imagine whatever we want for sure. Especially now that it's crumbled up, so I can't even bring up the graphic of the cat cookie and confirm. So we're all free to, the cookie is, maybe Alexander went wild, and he did a whole litter of kittens in one big, lattice work cookie. I know where the mud is, but Alexander doesn't want to just scoop the mud up because he thinks it's gross, so I got to figure out what to put it in. I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be able to figure that out. Once I start putting my mind to it. Because I got things. I got a bowl, for example, that I don't think I need anymore. Listen, I mean, honestly, this is... Oh, hey, look. Look who's here. It's Abra. Hey, Abra. No. She's usually more chatty, but I think she's not going to chat for anything except the word she's waiting for, and it's not time for me to say that word or do the actions associated with it. Okay, so I gotta put the mud in something. And I think I'm done with the bowl, for example. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to figure out a container that will hold the mud. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, come on, dude. You're like every day of your life, you're like cleaning out a chicken coop and you're like sweeping up this horrible man's home and cooking his dinner. But then you're like, oh, mud. Can't just put mud in my bottomless pocket. And then I need a cactus and cactus juice for invisibility. I'm counting those as one thing I need because I kind of suspect the cactus juice will be inside of the cactus. And I know where the cactus is because most cacti in this game just say, hey, you can't touch this. But then there's one that it's like, hey, that's an unusual cactus. Seems like you could take that as an item. It's basically what the description says. But the problem remains that Medusa is in the desert and she arrives you can't get across the screen all the way there. So I need to defeat Medusa somehow. Perseus defeated, the real Medusa, the original Medusa, by using a mirrored shield, not to, like, as a thing against her, but so that he could creep up on her while she was sleeping without looking at her so he didn't turn to stone. And then he knifed her. But I don't think... Sorry, I suddenly got lost trying to remember what's the sample in "You Can't Touch This" by MC Hammer, but it's Super Freak, isn't it? Anyway, thank you, excellent, thank you for that confirmation, PJ. So I don't think that the answer is going to be finding a sword and a mirror shield. British, welcome. Taking up my rightful position, accepting my destiny by playing classic video games for the first time, blind, for the entertainment of the masses. But maybe a mirror, like, it's not how Perseus defeated official Medusa, but like, if I can find some kind of reflective thing, can I like show her own face and she turns to stone, like a simplified version? Or can I don't know. I know I could do it by turning into an eagle, flying 2 screens into the desert, coming back so that I spawn near the cacti, grabbing it, and then going up, down, up, down, up, down on the screens as I walk across until I get back out of the desert. I don't think the up, down thing would work coming in because I'll still have to walk down to the cactus, or else I would just use that gimmick. But the thing is, I almost certainly need to become a bird or a fly one more time for another reason. I only have one bit of magic essence left. So that's where we are. I'll see, especially after Manannan's a cat, I'll walk around his home, see if there's any reflective surfaces that I can pick up. Because Manannan doesn't seem like the type to have a hand mirror. Maybe I need to go steal one from Mama Bear. Poor 3 bears. But that's where we are. Here's the idea I had, and conveniently... no, get away, rogues. Here's the idea I had. Saw these acorns, and I tried to take acorns once, and it wouldn't let me. And I believe I was standing like right around here when I did it. And I started thinking about the closet puzzle that was solved for me because I recalled reading about it. Where if you're standing near the closet and you say, look on the closet, you don't see anything on top. But if you say, look at the closet when you're standing far away, because you have the angle, you can see it. And when I read about that puzzle, the person was complaining that, this is we've never had to deal with perspective. Like why do the laws of physics suddenly matter this much more? Why does the position where you're standing matter for looking at something? Well, if there's acorns all over, what if I actually need to be standing? What if when I tell Alex to take acorns, he's only looking at the 3 acorns closest to him, and there are 3 specific dried acorns on this screen? Let's find out. You pick and poke, looking for dried. You don't find any. They're all newly fallen. Okay, none up here. This is where I think I already looked, but I'll try. Take pickorns. I think I was thinking of pick acorns. None. These are all newly fallen. Okay. What about these ones? You pick and poke among the fallen acorns, looking for dried ones. You eventually find 3... Okay, great. You find 3 dried acorns and you take them with you. Fair enough. A lot of weird red herrings about the squirrel stash. But otherwise, they did plant the idea of where I stand mattering with the closet puzzle. I just didn't have that fresh in mind because I was spoiled on that and I didn't spend any time figuring out the closet. So, hey, whatever. Acorns! Can everything be this easy? Can it be all so simple? Can't remember when Manannan left, and so when he might be back, so I should be careful updating the save. For example, it would be ideal, probably for my purposes, if I didn't update the save immediately before getting robbed. Fortunately, I can escape in this case. Alright. Do I check the 3 bears' house to see if they have a little hand mirror, like if Mama in particular? I might as well. Oh! Hey, Papa Bear. Yeah. Boom! Smashes young ass. What a jerk. Right? Like, he's a bear. Okay, sure, of course. He's grouchy and he's territorial, but like, come on, man. Never done anything to you. Except for the stealing. Like, I've stolen some of your stuff. Might have trampled a few of your wife's flowers, but like... It's a little bit of flower trampling among friends. Okay. Take mud. No mud. Oh, whoops. The mud is down here. Look at mud. It's just as it appears. Take mud. You don't need it. Yes, I do. Okay. How did I get to... Yeah, look at stream. There's water everywhere. Am I misremembering where I found mud? There's the mud. Okay, yeah. The mud is where you can visually see mud on the screen. Don't worry about the words telling you. Okay. So carrying a handful of mud doesn't appeal to me. What about a bowl full of mud? Because for magic purposes, I only needed the bowl to bake the cookie, right? Actually, now that I say that aloud, oughtn't I to make sure? Which spells have I cast already? The flight spell, the understanding spell, and the cat transformation spell. So I gotta check all the rest of them. Causing a deep sleep. I need a mortar, and then a bowl. Okay. So actually, maybe I shouldn't do the bowl. I need an empty jar for the brewing a storm, but that's just to put the brew in at the end. So if I have the jar on me, because I know I've had a jar, maybe I can put it in the jar. Do I have the jar with me though? I don't. Oh well. Put a pin in that. We'll come back to it. I'll save again. But I better do a new one. Just in case I don't want to get too close to Manannan's comeback and get soft locked and have to go back to an even earlier save. It's the waiting game. Okay. Well. Right. Okay. So, if the ocean water is in the jar, which it is. Obviously, I don't just have a handful of ocean water in my pocket. What containers might I have? Maybe it is the... But I need the bowl for things. Okay. Well, you know what? I have everything I need to cast the Causing a Deep Sleep spell now. And I have the empty pouch, right? Yes. And so at the end of the Deep Sleep spell, I'll put everything in the empty pouch, and then maybe I can come back and fill the bowl with mud. I think Now, as far as killing time goes, there's not much left except to... I worry about the time mechanic in those pirates. It'll be kind of frustrating to suddenly discover that they left. But that's why I've now stopped using the Prince Who Was Promised save. We can go back to that, and hopefully there's still time. Wait. Yes. Yeah. Never mind. I was like, wait, but I didn't see the ship from the town screen. But that's not where it is. So that's okay. I'm in. Sorry, baby bear. But your parents own one bowl. And now that it's stolen, you just never get to eat again. Or you have to eat either porridge that is too hot or too cold. Do we have a little mirror? We don't. Alright. And I've stolen enough from these poor bears. Hopefully Manannan has a mirror. Or, well, I do hope he does. Or that somebody does. Because that's the only idea that I have for defeating Medusa. Sometimes you can do some lateral thinking between games you're playing, but I don't think that we're going to be able to find 4 emerald framers that we could push so that Medusa is blocked from the top, the right, the bottom, and the left, so that her gaze beams can't get to me. So at this point, you know what? Oh, come on, rogues. Oh, good. Great. Might as well just head back. It's not like I can't look for things in Manannan's house while he's home. As long as I can't look in his lab. So I'm not even supposed to know that exists. I had this going really well last time. I got soft. You know what I really got bad at all of a sudden? I'm on a real bad streak with F-099. Which is frustrating. I think it's because when I first tried it, I kept trying it when I had time to do a bunch of races. And now I'm doing it when I have time for 1 or 2, and it's only happening every few days. So I'm just getting mildly rusty, which is really all it takes to... Because I was doing pretty well before. So if you're doing pretty well in a racing game as demanding of your precision as F-Zero, regressing from doing pretty well is catastrophic for your overall performance. Oh well. Hey, I'm home. Better go stash a load of contraband here. Portrait of Manannan as a young man there. He doesn't look quite as furious, but he always had the white beard, at least in my head canon. Okay, can I hide all this stuff in the time that's available to me? That's a really misleading, I don't recognize what you're saying message. You might need it. Does not pop up when you might need a thing. It pops up when you're not being clear about what you're talking about. Alright. The salt seems harsh for that to count as a contraband item. It's a windy day, so I'm every now and then the windy and cloudy, so I'm gonna get flooded with harsh white light every now and then. It's nice. Oh, that was scary, wasn't it, Abra? Don't worry, sweetheart. You know I can get up and open that for you if you need it. Oh, no, I'm not even close to having hidden all my... Hide the lard. Like, the salt and the lard, why is that contraband? Does this guy just really like? Okay, maybe Manannan prefers flavorless food. That actually makes sense. Salt, fat, acid, heat. No, thank you. I will have my food cold and basic. Only 4 more to go. Be nice if you could say hide contraband. Wait a minute. No, okay. If Manannan comes in and kills me now, that won't be great. One soft lock I'm a little worried about. Yeah, that could be it. He's not, when he sees the salt, he's not like, oh, you're trying to cast the teleportation at random spell. Instead, he thinks, why are you taunting me with the idea that my food could be flavorful? Alright, I've hidden it all. As long as a strong wind doesn't blow Alexander's hair back. Can I take my own mirror off the wall? My own crummy mirror? Wait, I just have a mirror? Well, that's great. Excellent. Boom. Solved that mystery. I'm glad that I tried the mirror in Gwydion in Alexander Sorry's room. Perfect. All right, solved it. Genius at work. Okay. Is the mirror for one of the spells, or is it just contraband because he's like, I don't want you realizing you're handsome? Yeah, it's just either contraband because I like stole it from him. Yeah, honestly, hold on. Infuriatingly no. Waffle syrup. I will say that is the weakest part of the interface. This is what you get when you look under. Like, even if just there is plenty of room, I think, on the inventory screen for a second heading that says under your bed and lists items, but oh well. I'm keeping a running thing in the spreadsheet, except that I didn't at first, so I created it while trying to remember all the things that I'd found. I don't remember taking a mirror from anywhere. I don't remember putting it there. I don't see why it would have just been there from the start, but perhaps it was. Whatever. We have it, and if there's just a mirror, that makes me feel like probably we have a Medusa solution. So perhaps it's all going to come together. I worry a bit about pirate soft locks. Like if I just run out of time and they leave, and I'm like, wait, hold on, I was going to cast a storm so you can leave. Or if it turns out there was a way to get one of the items I bought from the general store or more without spending money, and the pirate's like, I'll take you for 6 coins, but not for 4. But we won't despair. I'm not gonna torture myself about mistakes that I haven't even confirmed that I've made yet. Alright. Well, now we play the waiting game. I don't think we have much left to do in Manannan's lair except defeat him, and I gotta cast the other spells, but I'll wait until this son of a bitch is gone. Hey, kitty. Stupid cat. I actually feel horrible about having done what. I was just curious if something would happen, but now I'm like, oh man. It's not the cat's fault. Of course it's an ornery cat. Oh well. But I'd never kick you, right, sweetie? Except like if you get underfoot and unite. Aha! So I did. Okay, so that was the idea. Steal Manannan's hand mirror. And he could have it for like a non caring about his personal appearance reason. Or maybe he is very proud of his personal appearance. His long white beard, his pointy cone hat. What if I've soft locked because now the cat is going to kill me at a crucial moment? He's just staring to make sure that even when gazing upon himself, the only person he likes, there's no softening around the eyes. I don't know why I'm doing like screen flips here. There is a literal timer. This is not based on how many actions I do or travels I undergo. I might as well just sit here a moment. I'm glad that acorn idea worked. I guess the mirror idea worked too because I had already done it. And I'm fairly confident we can work something out using the bowl once we don't need it anymore to get that mud. Because obviously we got to cast all the spells before we leave. I don't know how they're all going to come into play. I can see like maybe when we're at sea, maybe we're at sea and then they're like, we're not going to Daventry. So at a critical moment I need to cast the storm to get them to go towards Daventry. But then the storm goes wrong and now we're lost and then I got to send the eagle out. I would feel like they probably have gone over to the town, but the town is also often filled with pirates. So I can see how even that would necessarily, if they show up at the tavern when the pirates aren't there, it's just the buxom waitress, then then maybe they're worried, it's their young son. This is too much. This is mature content. We shouldn't be exposing you to this. Baby Bear's like, I think this is just right. But Papa Bear says, nah, it's too hot. Too hot. I hope it's 1 hour 30 minutes when Manannan arrives home from his journey. And also, again, that I'm not supposed to be down there securing a ride with the pirates before they just leave without me and leave me trapped in Ludor forever. But if that happens, the worst part will just be that eventually I'll also have to do this waiting again. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I think, so I've been going back and forth when I finish this game. Do I want to then immediately do King's Quest IV, The Perils of Rosella, or do I want to do my next contemporary game, which in this case is going to be The Chance of Sonar, which is a language-based puzzle game where you're a stranger in a strange land. So all the people speak in, it's not voiced, but they speak in speech bubbles with dialogue that is all in characters that you don't know for a language you don't know. And from context, you need to learn the language, and it'll help you navigate the world, do something. Sounds right up my alley. Lots of different types of games are right up my alley. But right up my alley in a way that really dovetails nicely with the kind of things I like to do here. Oh, sweetie, you're right. We are getting awful close. We're getting awful close. And, yeah, I am pretty sure, but not positive, that it'll pause when Manannan shows up for the dialogue. So I'm actually just going to leave this running while I take a brief intermission. Oh, whoops. Oh, I guess I could also... No, that's the speed of walking, isn't it? Yeah, oops. Back to fast, please. I keep using DOSBox commands. My mouse is just free in the Scum VM emulator. Okay, so I'm going to go to the intermission screen, leave the game running, and hopefully Manannan will be here berating me when I get back. Would you like some lunch, Abra? You do want lunch? Yes? All right, let's go. Let's get lunch. Hang tight, gang. And we're back. Okay. Deliberately leaving the door open behind me today because Danielle is out of town. Oh, my scheme worked, so that's good. Yeah, Danielle's out of town, and there's another detail that is relevant. Oh, so I don't have to worry about her accidentally getting in a shot, which the idea of which stresses her out. Well, let's find out. He's back and he's ready to eat, but it is so much easier to control an NPC who goes from screen to screen if he teleports everywhere. But there's no inside the room teleportation programming, so you gotta leave. So you can get to the door. I know you're hungry, Manannan, so I hope that you find this to be just right. What? Am I spelling porridge wrong or something? No. Oh, okay. Hungry wizard ravenously devours every bit of it. I really hope you're enjoying that. I cooked up something special for you. Look at him go. Munch, 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 munch. Come on. It's coming. The suspense is incredible. You fooled him! Manannan didn't realize the porridge was tainted, and he ate the whole bowl. He actually ate the bowl! Congratulations! Manannan will never again enslave you or the people of Ludor. At last, you're free. Alright. Catch you later, Manannan. Not. It's been real. It's real and it's been fun, but was it all real fun? Now, the struggle. I have to take everything back without reference. Here we go. Okay. Take the eagle feather. I know that's there. Holy smokes. Thank you, Cedric. Okay, great. Look at it. And Gwydion, you know, treasures the memory of how all this, which stuff is contraband. Alright. I can now do 2 more spells. Oh, it works for the hiding too? Well. I'm glad actually to be finding that out now, and like the drama of trying to get back and hide everything is gone. Because it kind of worked in that sense. To be like, oh man, I gotta hide it all. Boom. Got the wizard's wand. Carefully relocked it. Because, oh man, who cares about rewriting the text of just a few little descriptions. Move the books, which I will now leave like that forever. Pull the lever. Trapdoor opens. Might as well get rid of the trapdoor and just have a weird staircase now. And down we go. So, I can cast now the teleportation at random spell and the deep sleep spell. Excellent. Oh, and in fact, I should italicize the thing that I have, and also take the nightshade juice from the laboratory. Very good. 109 of 210 points. We are more than halfway there. I don't think you've gone far enough, BJ. He is cat. Catak, or something like that. Keep the A's, but you gotta swap all the M's and the N's. Okay. Oh, right. This is not something I'm going to figure out with my brain. This is something I am going to type while carefully reading a book. Teleportation at random is on page 7. Gotta do this carefully. Now, again, like, this is a really extreme copy protection scheme is all that's really going on here. I'm not solving anything from here on. I'm just typing things from a book. But I like doing rituals in games. I really enjoyed, like figuring out how to kill the Shadow Lords in Ultima 5. The entire game-ending ritual in Ultima 6. The various rituals at the end of Quest for Glory, Shadows of Darkness. Okay. Grind salt in mortar with pestle. How can you do that? Okay. Okay. Thank goodness for this. Alright. So like step 1 is grind a spoon of salt in the mortar. Do I need to type that exactly? We'll figure it out. And we'll figure it out with a save that I update while I'm standing there by the book. No need to go through this a bunch of times while I try to get the syntax right. That's the first time, like, I made mistakes in one of the spells, but that's the first time that I think I've just totally run into a parser thing that killed the spell. Can't break that habit. Carefully relocking the cabinet just to... in Castle Daventry, there will never be an open door, a door ajar. Once Alexander's back home. My uncle's like that. I don't know why. But you can't leave a door in his house open. Including like, and his house is even the kind of door that has like a door to enter the hallway where all the bedroom doors are. So as you can imagine, I constantly frustrate my uncle when I'm there because I just don't remember to shut all the doors every time. Okay. I'm gonna do this right. Maybe. If I was sure, why would I have bothered to save? Put salt in mortar? Okay, there it is. And in fact, it did all the grinding too. You don't need to type exactly what it says. So probably put mistletoe in mortar. Is the phrase to use to grind the mistletoe in the mortar. How can you do that? I have the mistletoe, right? Yeah. Alright. Grind the salt. Okay. I know that I just tried this, so it seems insane. I'm just like, did I make a typo? Nope. I'll try add. Might be a verb issue here. Okay. What if I gotta strip it down? Just say grind mistletoe. Or add mistletoe, but stripped down. Okay. It recognizes add in the same way as put, so in the ingredients, it does say dried mistletoe. Is my mistletoe not dry? No, I think it was already quite specific that... Yeah, it's dry. Okay. Okay. Take back everything I said. The spellcasting is bullshit. Okay. Add mistletoe to salt. Like, how can I do that? What I'm picturing here, Roberta, is that I take the fucking sprig of mistletoe and I put it in the mortar where the salt is, and then I go... Okay, strip it down. Okay. Okay. Obviously, I probably can fairly say it doesn't break my walkthrough rule if I just look up the stupid persnicketyness of the parser here. Still don't want to do it though. Any thoughts, team? Am I misreading the page? No, because then the first step wouldn't work. Let's try it. It's going to turn out to be something silly like you say add salt to mortar to do the grinding, but then you have to say grind mistletoe with pestle. Not giving up yet. Although I don't know why. This is not solving a puzzle. It's not proving anything except my own stubbornness. Okay. Okay. 3 more minutes of this, and then I will ask somebody to consult a walkthrough for me so that I don't risk poisoning my beautiful mind with the answer to a puzzle I haven't encountered yet. I'll try typing exactly what it says, even though, as we know, it's not necessarily what you ever have to do. Grind the mistletoe in the mortar. Okay, fine. Fine. Great. I have the mixture of salt and mistletoe. It is in the mortar. Rub amber stone in mixture. Place the beautiful amber stone in the stone mortar. Here we go. All right. Very carefully, so as not to miss a single spot, you rub the amber stone around in the mixture of ground salt and mistletoe. When you've finished, you remove the amber stone and discard the remaining powder. I kissed the stone. Smack. It's time. With this kiss, I thee impart power most dear to my heart. The power to, yeah, this is a real passionate one. I'm imparting the dearest thing to Alexander is the power to teleport randomly with no control over where you will teleport to. Take me now from this place hither. It does seem quite possible that this is going, like, this might be how I beat the dragon, right? Like, it has nothing to do with Alexander at some point needing to randomly teleport. It's just, maybe if we randomly teleport the dragon, it teleports into the sea and drowns or something. We'll see. To another place far thither. It worked. Successfully completing the spell, you again look at the wizard's laboratory. Okay. You now own a charm which will allow you to cast the random teleportation spell. To cast the spell, rub the stone. It will instantly whisk you away from where you are. Remain alert, however. Even though you can use the spell to run away from danger, nothing guarantees you will not arrive in a more precarious situation than when you left. The power of the charm remains as long as you retain the stone. Well, actually, that sounds like something I'm not going to throw on a dragon. Unless the dragon just is like a compulsive rubber of things. Okay. One more. What's the other one? Deep sleep. And I grabbed the nightshade juice, right? I believe I did. Yep. Great. Okay. Causing a deep sleep. Here we are. Oh, good. This one starts by grinding things in the mortar and pestle. That's promising. Let's find out. I mean, sillier things have happened in adventure games than the dragon seeing a stone and just not being able not to rub it. Even if he's just like, there's like salt and mistletoe all over this beautiful stone. I mean, dragons have treasure hoards. This is on page 14 of Manannan's book. Oh. Here we go. Well, oh, ha! Casting the deep sleep spell wrong puts Gwydion to sleep forever. A unique spell failure death. That's fun. I guess if I should have messed up all the spells once to see if like Gwydion turns himself into a cat or if he turns himself into whatever. Grint. Let's grint these acorns up. Putting the dried acorns into the stone mortar, use the pestle to grind them into rough acorn powder. Put the acorn powder in a bowl. Turning the heavy stone mortar upside down, you carefully pour the acorn powder into the bowl. Then, return the mortar to the table. It's a heavy stone mortar. Couldn't we have saved a lot of time by just using the stone mortar to bash Manannan to death while he was sleeping? Manannan must have some kind of sleep ward on. You can't just consistently have a single person living with you who is your slave, who you are cruel to, and sleep in a room with the door ajar. Very carefully pour a cupful of nightshade juice into the clay bowl so as to not spill a single drop. What happened here? Did the game freeze? No, there was more text read. There's now an ugly brown mealy liquid mixture in the bowl. Excellent. Let's stir the mixture with a spoon. You gently stir the unappetizing liquid. Great stuff. Let's light a charcoal brazier. Never heard anyone say that word. Making sure there's fresh charcoal in the brazier or whatever. There's a small supply here. You light it with the flint. Soon, the thing is hot. Great. Let's heat the mixture. This one's way too long to type the whole thing. So let's try heat the mixture in the brazier. You gingerly place the clay bowl of ugly brown liquid on the charcoal brazier. Okay. Now let's spread. Soon it brings the mixture to a bubble and then a boil, releasing a bitter smelling steam. You let it boil until the nightshade juice is nearly gone, and then remove it from the heat source. Great, let's spread this mixture on the table. You pour the bowl's contents onto the oaken table, then spread the hot, sticky mixture over the tabletop. In a few minutes, it is dried to a very crumbly, coarse, sleeping powder. Great. It's verse time. Acorn powder. Ground so fine. Well, that's why we're with the actual, we're gonna make it feel better now. You so fine, acorn powder. Acorn powder, ground so fine. Gotta tell the world that you're mine, mine, mine. Nope, as it happens, nightshade juice, like bitter wine. Silently, in darkness, you creep something, something, something sleep. To bring a soporific sleep. Great use of a deep cut word adjective to make the meter work. Wave the magic wand. Pass the magic wand over the table. And then, put the sleep powder in the pouch. In the pooch. Just ruin the spell now, Gwydion. You untie the small leather pouch, scoop the powder from the table, place it within. You now have a pouch full of sleep powder. Maybe I can kill the dragon, make him put the dragon to sleep and then choke it out. I think it's a 3-headed dragon, did they say? It's a Gleeok. Successfully completing the spell, you again look at the wizard's laboratory. 129. Real good stuff. Okay, how does this work? You now have a mixed powder for casting a sleep spell over whoever is nearby. To cast the spell, pour the sleep powder on the ground in a dank, dark place. Then recite, slumber henceforth. Okay, that feels like maybe it will fix the job. Bum 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 bum. It'd be harder to use the sleep batter on the dragon if you had to do a full verse of Mr. Sandman. Although that would be an epic ending. Like Alexander gets home, reunites with his family, and then he, Valinus, Graham, and Rosella all, you know, a bum bum bum. That'd be good. I'd be into that. I don't think that's how it's gonna how it's gonna go down, but it'd be cool. Okay, well, I got all this stuff. I mean, I get a thimble of mud maybe. At any rate, we gotta get that mud, and we gotta get that cactus. That's definitely a different effect than Mr. Sandman, for sure. Have I really not? Oh, yeah, of course, because it's the desert. There's no point. Okay. Let's go first to the mud. Do the lower key thing before we try to defeat Medusa. What do you mean, and so it shall be? Oh, F6 is teleport, F8 is put it away. Okay, that's fair. Ta-da! Excellent. A much appreciated fast travel option. Okay, do I need the bowl for the remaining... There's only one spell left, right? Becoming invisible. Cut the cactus with a knife. Squeeze the cactus juice. Okay, so there. That definitely. Put the cactus juice in a bowl. Oh, right. But I will have used the mud already. I can try to put it in the bowl. And if not, I'll try to get it in the thimble. Actually, I'll do the thimble first. You might need it. You don't need to put the mud in the bowl. Don't need it. Hold on. Hold on, then. What else do I have? Got bread. Dip the bread in the mud. Probably not. Okay. Oh, I have an empty jar and a jar with ocean water. Okay. Right, because I used the nightshade juice. Got a second empty jar. Perfect. There's no reason to take it. What about the... Oh, no, I understand. It just doesn't know what I'm saying. Doesn't know what I'm asking for. By bending over... Putting a pin in that. Because I feel confident about the cat. I feel pretty confident that the mirror is going to do something to solve our Medusa problem. Oh, wait. What am I doing? Walking around like a chump. Ah, actually, now I'm here. Might as well. Just got to find... I don't think it is this desert screen, but we'll just check them all. Does not take long. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. Or is it that one? And then, yep. Of course, I didn't look away fast enough, but that's okay. So, boom. So it shall be. Is it this one? It is. Okay. Get my Perseus on, maybe. Screw off, dudes. Not today. Let's try this. Hold on. Show mirror functions like look at mirror. But what if I add an object noun? Obviously I need my back turned, so I'm going to be like holding it up like this. Ah, okay. Well, I mean, the command works. But her pathfinding is not going... Yes, it is. Averting your eyes, you aim the wizard's hand mirror at Medusa's face. A scream pierces the air. She beholds her own hideous reflection. Then, nothing. You dare to look. Medusa has turned herself to stone. Obviously, this is non-official Greek mythology, because if Medusa's visage captured in a mirror could turn somebody to stone, Perseus's plan would not have worked. He would have been like, all right, I'll just look at her in the... And then Medusa would wake up and like be like, oh, hey, a new dead guy. So he would have still beat her, but like, without all the glory. Okay. So it turns out the hardest puzzle to solve is going to be the what do I put the mud in, which I thought would actually be the easiest puzzle to solve by far. $135. It's all coming together. Unless the pirates have left, because they leave at 1... No! No! Ah! Why am I walking around anyway? And I know, like, I could just get the stuff back. I know where their lair is. I know where they hide the stuff in the lair. I still don't want to do that. Alright. So yeah, I think I've settled on I'm going to do Rosella and then Chance of Sonara, because Chance of Sonara might take longer. Probably will take longer than Rosella. And, you know, I got a flow going here. And it feels nice to do all of the... I was going to say all of the AGI, the Sierra Adventure Game Interpreter Engine games, as a set before I move on to the point-and-click ones. But that's not actually accurate. I'm pretty sure there's a different engine for Perils of Rosella. The original SCI, Sierra Creative Interpreter Engine. But it's still a text parser game. I'm interested to see what that means in practice. Might just be light most functionality, which I kind of have already because of the Scum emulator, but who knows? Will there be better graphics? I think it's famous for, eventually, obviously, Sierra was famous for very, very high production values. I think I remember reading that too, Tashtari. In fact, I think I remember reading that like a couple days ago when I was trying to make sure that I knew what AGI and SCI stood for, so I didn't make myself sound silly. If I had the choice, I would play the SCI one. But I think what is actually going to be the case is that I won't have the choice. The collection will only have the fancy version of the game. Perhaps the true version. You know, it's like playing Elden Ring on your PS4. Why are you doing that? Well, if you need to play the game and you're just not able to find a PS5. But otherwise. Ooh, I wonder if I should look at that map. I will definitely look at the map on not Gwydion's wall, on Manannan's former wall. Now it's nobody's wall. Or it's Alexander's if it's anybody's. Okay. What did I just get? I got the cactus, so I can cast Becoming Invisible. Do I need to grab anything else for that? Yeah, toad spittle. I think that's just here, right? Yep. Okay. Okay, here we go. Holy moly. This is on page 169, I think. If anybody else knows Roman numerals better than me, jump on in here. But I believe that's 169. Okay, here we go. Thanks, PJ. Thanks for the confirmation. Now I feel smart. Cut the cactus with a knife. Not that Roman numerals don't look cool, but it's very clear, like, oh man. Any Roman who lived long enough to be introduced to the Arabic numeral system must have been like, oh man, why have we been making... I didn't get a knife. Oops. Is there a knife here, or do I have to go to the kitchen? There's no knife here. Gotta go to the kitchen, grab a knife. Huh. That's an interesting factoid. Was it a really widescreen monitor? Or was it just the way that it rendered with this particular set of hardware? Is that a knife right there? Yep, take the carving knife. Excellent. Is the carving knife contraband? Nope. Although, frankly, if I was Manannan, I would not want to see my my slave carrying a big knife around outside of the kitchen. Yeah, I get what you're up to, you stupid cat. Oh, come on. Oh, not Gwydion. Oh, right. Right. I was like, why did I get a description of what the cat was saying? It's because I have the power to understand animals. Oh man, I gotta... Has the Manannan cat appeared again? Or was that Manannan that just tripped me? No, I think that was Manannan's cat. I should look around. There's a very good reason to kick the Manannan cat, just to see if I can capture his lamentations. But he might have just run off. I can imagine it just being, a little too much to be born. Hold on, what's the other thing on the rack? I should take that spoon, right? Great. And the whole time, if that was something they were thinking about at the time, they had taken their eye off the ball. That's true. Maybe actually, this is a happy ending for Manannan. He's like, oh, I don't like having people around. I'm always scowling. Not that every cat is like this, but there certainly are cats like this. All I want to do is eat. I lash out really easily. Okay. I think we've got it all now. Well, let's find out. Turn to page. Can I just type it Arabic style? Nope. Okay. What has happened to me? Oh, I've become invisible forever. Which shouldn't actually end the game, but fine. I can see why, you know, it's going to make it difficult for Gwydion to return to his family and have a nice reunion and stuff. Wait. I have the knife. Do I not have the cactus? Did I somehow load away the cactus? Yep. That's what happened here. Arg. Well, that's fixable. Because I don't think I loaded Medusa back to life, so we can get right down to business. Yep. Boom. Okay. Minor interruption, but... Well, minor, and then it forces us to climb the mountain again. There should be a whole optional side quest to get the, the steady step spell. Climb any mountain with your eyes closed without worrying about falling off the trail. Does not work on stairs, which are obviously much harder. Yep. There we go. Okay. And I still have the cactus. Yes. Whatever happened to your last batch of chicks, my dear? Oh, I hope this isn't super bleak. My poor babies were doing so well. I was just teaching them proper methods of scratching when that old rascal came out and took them away. Where do you think he took them? Wondered the first hen. I hate to think, the distraught mother hen replies. I just heard them peeping as they were carried off. What's going to happen to the hens? Can I set them up? Look at map in case Gwydion needs to have knowledge of geography. Nope. No insidious cat. Instead of trying to carefully walk around the cat, I should have kicked it. Oh, it's like that. I can never remember the name of it. It's a weird traditional French dish, a horrifying traditional French dish, where ortolo or a specific type of songbird is drowned in cognac, and then deep fried, and then you just eat the whole thing. Which does obviously mean that you eat its waste matter because it died and was then deep fried. Disgusting. And you're supposed to like wear a shroud while you eat it to hide your shame from God. So it's a weird mix of like extreme decadence and like you are eating bird shit. I know of this because it comes up in, I think it's in the actual Hannibal novels. He talks about it at some point. Oh, I bet there is. And that's obviously even worse. Although, you know, drowning is a method of slaughter is also a little messed up. Okay. Cut the cactus with a knife. Using your kitchen carving knife, you cut a gash in the small cactus. Juice begins to drip. Squeeze cactus juice on spoon. Grabbing one of the measuring spoons from the oaken table. Oh, I didn't even need the serving spoon for this. You grasp the slit cactus. Oh, maybe I get a spoonful of mud. You grasp the slit cactus in your hand and squeeze it until you have a spoonful of cactus juice. The small cactus is quite devoid of liquid now, so you toss it away. So a cactus is not really needed separately for this spell from cactus juice. They actually just put that in there kindly to make sure the players didn't spend all their time trying to find someone who was selling cactus juice in the desert or something. Okay. Great. Put the cactus juice in the bowl. Carefully add the spoonful of cactus juice to the bowl. Good stuff. Put the lard in the bowl. You scrape the lard in the mixing bowl and keep the now empty jar nearby to store your finished formula. Very nice. What's next? Oh. Add 2 drops of toad spittle. Oh no. No, I did get it. Great. Stir the mixture with a spoon. Using one of the stirrers lying on the table, you mix the lard, cactus juice, and toad spittle until it is smooth and blended. Smooth as lard. Alright. Cactus plant and horny toad. I now start down a dangerous road. Combine with fire and mist to make? Me disappear without a trace. Wave the wand. Oh, and then put ointment in empty jar. Scoop the invisibility ointment out of the clay bowl and return it to the lard jar. Successfully completing the spell, you again look at the wizard's laboratory. Okay. Well, all we need now is mud and for the pirates not to have left on a timer. Fingers crossed. And I am going to run to the washroom and be right back in a moment. And we'll see if I can spoon some mud. Hang tight, gang. And we're back. Okay. Got the spoon. I feel good about the spoon, maybe, perhaps, hopefully, being the mud solution. Let's find out. I suppose probably you can get the mud from any bank of the river. But this is my official mud bank, where I first had the idea. With the wooden spoon you kneel and scoop a spoonful of wet mud from the stream's bank. You carry it with you. I'm glad I realized when I took the knife and it disappeared graphically that there was one other object on that thing and I should probably just take it. Seems like there's a real chance that I'm going to wind up needing to come back to Ludor, like revert a save, even after I've left, because it's actually kind of chilly. I'm going to shut this window. Because I just, I didn't take a plate or something like that. The dragon can only be defeated if you nail it really hard with a plate. Okay, I got the mud. Let's go climb the fucking mountain. For the last time, perhaps. So will I nail this one? No deaths. Probably not. But you can dream. I'll try. Which is not to say I'm not save scumming the whole way. Hey, it could happen. Stranger things have happened. Hey, all right, victory run. Can I open the gate and let the hens free? Oh, I feel so sorry for the boy. The old wizard treats him miserably. Yes, dear. But you ought to worry about your own neck. Look at the situation we're in. Well, hold on. No. Well, anyways, I might as well feed them. Oh, feed is outside. For old time's sake, hopefully they can, hopefully someone just comes along and feeds the hens when I'm gone. Alright. Enjoy, ladies. I should probably, okay, I'll do one last quick sweep of the place, just in case. Just in case there's something else I can take. 149, 210, and obviously I'm about to get spellcasting points. Now hold on. Had I looked closer at the spell, Brewing a Storm, 1 spoonful of mud. Yep. Had I looked a little, had I just looked back at that when I was trying to figure out how to take the mud. Oh, right, of course. Daventry can establish, a trade relationship with Ludor that is dependent. We're only relaxing our tariffs if someone makes sure those chickens are okay and gives any cat up there a good boot. All right. The Storm spell is on page 84. But hold on. It would be foolish of me. Good work, both of you. Alright, this is a long one. For old time's sake, here we go. Put the ocean water in the bowl. Carefully, you pour the cup of ocean water into the mixing bowl. Light a charcoal brazier. Make sure there is fresh charcoal in the heat source. You light it. Soon it's hot. Good stuff. Heat the bowl on the heat source. Being cautious not to burn yourself. You gently place the bowl of ocean water. Well, of course he's cautious not to burn himself. He doesn't even want to touch mud. You gently place the bowl of ocean water on the hot charcoal brazier. You watch as the salt water slowly warms, then begins to steam. You remove it just before it boils. What's next? Put the mud in the bowl. What? Yeah, I haven't already done that. Put the water in the bowl. Adding a spoonful of mud to the hot ocean water, you slowly stir the mixture. The mud turns the water a cloudy brown. Makes sense. Oh no, did I not take the... Forgot to grab the final ingredient. Okay, once more into the breach. Ocean water in the bowl. Lighting the brazier. Heating the bowl. Adding the mud. Forgot to say 2 bowl. My bad. Okay. Now, like, I'm still having fun with this, but obviously, if it wasn't a copy protection scheme, there was actually a mechanic in the game. A cup ocean. That would be more fun. If the challenge here wasn't just making sure you type the things the parser will recognize. And then a pinch. I bet I have to specify a pinch. Now, what if you were just like you're the kind of cook that likes to just be on top of things, so you started the preheating of the brazier at the start? You would suddenly be destroyed by a storm. Oh, I didn't even watch the failure state. Hold on. I'll show you. Oh. Put toadstool in bowl. Why does it always rain on me? Is it because I lied when I was 17? That actually fits pretty well. Okay. Light. Brazier. Heating the bowl. You put just a pinch of toadstool powder in the bowl of hot brown liquid. Sounds disgusting. Let's blow on it. Leaning over the hot brew, you forcefully blow your longest breath of air into the bowl, whirling the brew around and around. It's verse time, baby. Elements from the earth and sea, comma. Punctuation is probably important here. Combine to set the heavens free. When I stir this magic brew, magic's brew, oh no, I'm dead. Magic brew, comma. Great God Thor, I call on you. Period. Wave the magic magic wand. There we go. Pour the storm brew in the jar. Waiting till the liquid is cooled, you carefully pour the storm brew into an empty glass jar. Successfully completing the spell, you again look at the wizard's laboratory. How does this work? You have mixed a potion that you can use to brew a storm. To activate the spell, stir the storm brew with your finger and recite, "Brew of storms, churn it up." Outside, a rainstorm complete with thunder and lightning will occur. It will last for some time, but will eventually rain itself out. If you wish it to subside earlier, recite, "Brew of storms, clear it up." 160. All right. I've achieved magic mastery. I have all the spells. It is time to go to Daventry. Hopefully. Or it's time to revert to an earlier save because the pirates are gone. Let's find out together. Homeward bound, I wish I was. Alright, kid. We're covered. One of the rowdy seamen yells to the barmaid, "Wench! Come over here with more rum." The sailors peer at you through bleary eyes and continue swilling the rum. One, who looks like the captain, pauses and drunkenly slurs, "Bucko, be you wanting passage on me ship? What you running from ass, no matter. As long as you got gold, let me see how much you got." You eagerly peek inside the purse. Has coins. You may want to count them. You have 4. Show purse to pirate. No. Show coins to pirate. Talk to pirate. Hold on. I'm trying to figure it out. Too late, bucko. He's not... Okay. Is it literally just talk to pirate? Because ultimately talking in this game is just a matter of typing a sentence to do what like Final Fantasy did by pressing the A button when you're standing somewhere. No. Okay. So, perhaps I can do it with a sentence. Perhaps, right? Do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Captain? Nope. Okay. We're in parser hell. Do I just give it to him? That makes sense. So actually that's just a case of me overthinking things and not just trusting these simple verbs in the parser. Good question. As you bring out the purse, the captain snatches it from your hand and says, "Aye, lad, I sees ya do have a wee bit of gold. It's far less than my regular fare, but I'll gives you passage anyway. I'll be waiting for you at the wharf, but not for long." The captain and his men down the rum in one long draught, then leave the tavern. Okay. Hopefully, it does occur to me that it might turn out that I was supposed to trick him into accepting fewer than 4 coins because I'm going to need a coin later. If that happens, it happens. Board the ship. As the gangplank is drawn in, you hear the captain shout to his men, "Take his things and put them in the hold until I figures out what to do with them." You have a sneaking suspicion that you've made a big mistake. These are pirates! But it's not just death. So probably now I gotta get my stuff back. Nothing like a little salt air to perk up a boy's spirits. All things being equal, you might have enjoyed this ocean voyage. However, you found your accommodations to be slightly less than satisfactory, because I'm in the brig, right? Yep. And I have nothing but the dough in my ears. Well, I mean, I can see the idea here. Get out somehow. You're in the dank cargo hold of the pirate ship. With caution, you look around the dim surroundings. Mostly, you see stacks of wooden crates looking upward. You notice a rope ladder dangling partway through an opening in the hold ceiling. The ladder is directly over the largest crate. Can it be all so simple? Why don't you try jumping? Okay. Wait, can I move a smaller crate? All of the large crates are too heavy to move. Can I jump on the crate? No. Look at mast. Doesn't look interesting. Look at the crates a little more closely. You notice many crates and boxes in the cargo hold. One in particular captures your attention, for it lies directly under the dangling rope ladder. Well, that's great. Oh, smaller crate. There we go. Also, maybe these rats have some information, because they did not steal the dough from my ears, and that makes sense. You look warily around the dank, dark cargo hold. Dank, sorry. Oh, it's dark and it's dank. I gotta get that sleeping powder, put these pirates to sleep, right? There seems to be nothing but stacks of wooden crates piled around. Perhaps I get my stuff back, I sprinkle the sleeping powder down here, and then I start a storm. They all come in for shelter, and I put them to sleep. I say, "Slumber," or something like that. I don't think it's just slumber. Slumber henceforth. What do you think the pirates will do with the boy they shanghaied? A little gray mouse squeaks to a companion. "Probably making a cabin boy," answers the other mouse. "What happened to the last cabin boy they had? Didn't you hear? They fed him to the sharks just for sport." Well, I mean, honestly, this is the best place I've ever lived. Yep. It's even a custom graphic. Okay, hold on. Can I get on the one in the front? I can't tell which one is visually below the ladder. Aha! Aha! As long as they don't immediately kill me. There's the thought. Oops, but I'm okay. Alright, the captain's in there. Probably give him some space for now. Look, you found yourself below the lower deck. They keep the ship's lifeboat stored here. Making a quick mental note of that. There are open doorways at either end of the compartment. There's a shovel lying by the lifeboat. Well, we know what to do with freestanding items. Where's the... Got it. Free shovel, baby. Kill dragon with shovel. This is where your average pirate sleeps. Actually, these bunks don't look much more comfortable than your own miserable cot used to be. And the space is just as cramped. I claim this shovel in the name of the royal family of Daventry. Okay. And look at bunk. Oh! It's just more text about how these beds suck. Wait. Okay. Well, put a pin in that. Hey, the captain's gone. Another random teleporting NPC. But that's great. I can search his place. Maybe he's got my stuff. This must be the captain's cabin. Seems to be a bit more tidy than his mates, as the room is clean and orderly. Against one wall rests his bunk with a large chest at its foot. I bet it's locked, though. Across the room is his desk with a chart tacked to the wall. Well, by the same token, maybe Gwydion or Alexander needs to know geography. You stare at the chart tacked to the wall. It traces the route the ship is now sailing. It leaves Ludor, crossing a wide ocean and arriving at the foot of a mountain range. An X has been marked at the arrival point. Okay. Maybe that's already Daventry, I don't know. Oh, no, it's just open. Oh, excuse me. I'll not tolerate you snooping around my quarters, the captain thunders. If I catch you in here again, y'all walk the plank. Oh, what do you mean all my things have been taken again? I don't have them back just because I came up here. Well, hold on. Was that timing based or he heard the chest? Nope. You found all your missing possessions. Get out of here, Gwydion. Faster. Ah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can't even keep the shovel, man. Like, I know you took everything that I had on me when I came aboard the ship. Alright. Now. Can it be as simple as just knocking all the pirates out in the exact sequence I described? It could be. There's no reason it can't be. Let's try it. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Well, maybe. We go in here. Let's give it a shot. This could work. It's not guaranteed to work, but it makes sense, right? It certainly could work. Okay. With the sleeping powder, just pour it on the floor in a dank, dark place like the one that I'm in. Pour sleeping powder on floor. Okay. Then, to brew a storm. Okay. Stir the storm brew with finger. Okay. Brew of storm. Churn it up. Oh. No. That was not the move. That was not at all the move. Okay. Okay. Let's keep exploring. What happens if I go above deck? I mean, presumably they just get mad at me. Yeah. And like, obviously the custom death animation is partially there to tell you you're on the right track here. And also you've seen a lifeboat. I just the storm is not about getting the pirates to come down here, it seems. Possibly. Or maybe it is. Who knows? So what's this place? What do you think you're up to, bye? Okay. No. Can't go in the galley. Kind of weird that the galley is topside and the captain's cabin is below deck. But who knows? Somebody in the crow's nest who will beat me up and take me back? No. But I can't get into the crow's nest from there, it doesn't seem. But maybe I can walk on the mast up there. All that said, I didn't even say look around on the place up here. And I didn't go down that ladder. Look around. It's the upper deck. The ladder leads to the lower deck. Sure. Look at shields? What's a shields? Look at... Well, it's definitely not going to recognize coats of arms. Well, it's right there. Can't I just... No. Okay. Is that a decorative ladder, I guess? Okay. Let's see if I can get onto the mast. No. At least not that way. Hold on. Maybe I can type the words. Should I do something more in here while I... What's on this desk? You gaze with interest at the captain's desk. The desktop is very neat, holding only writing implements. Curious, you open a drawer or two. There's nothing much of interest among the charts and logbooks. Quickly, you close them again. Take writing implement. But... I don't know that I want to use my invisibility powder right now. Wait, how does it work? Becoming invisible. Yeah, there's only enough for one application. So, no. We're not going to... Can I... I want a quill pen. Well, who knows how long. He'll probably go away faster if I just do screen flips. There we go. Okay, so I come in here. Okay, never mind. And going in here is surely just... Oh. Although the captain returns from here, he's not out here. Aft end of the ship, of course. Okay. Is it the same deal with the galley? No. So invisibility might be the thing that I need here. I'm trying. Okay, no. Can I go up here? Well, hold on. Why don't I look around while I'm up here? Perhaps the situation will become clearer. Looking down from this height makes you almost dizzy. Makes you dizzy, and you almost fall. Holding tight, you look up and notice the crow's nest. Okay, so oh, because I was just going up. Is that it? Is that all it is? Let's find out. With a little security. Ah. A burly pirate has noticed you from inside the crow's nest. Before you can react, he yells, "You dead meat, bucko!" Slashes at you with his sword. He misses, but you lose your balance, tumble down to your untimely death. Okay. Okay. So, unless it's a giant red herring, which we should not rule out, it seems like the sleeping powder part of the scheme is the way to go. I just don't know with the other stuff. What about these crates? There's crates, yeah. If I go on this side of the mast, you know the pirates buried treasure? You hear one of the mice say to the other. What about it? That's the second mouse. Says the first. Well, I just heard the captain talking about it with one of his men. He said it was buried. Oh, now let me see if I can remember. Oh, yeah. He said it was buried near a lone palm tree. From the palm, you walk 5 paces to the east and then start digging. So perhaps... Too bad we can't do anything about it, muses the other mouse. Okay. I'm going to do a new save. In case this is all a trick and I'm not supposed to do anything with the sleeping powder here, but I'll seed the sleeping powder. Oops. Onto the floor. Oh, did I get a point for that? That would be a tell, wouldn't it? Well, I didn't, but that doesn't guarantee it's not a tell. For now, put it on the floor. And hope that there turns out to be a way to lure the pirates in here. Now, if I have a shovel and I have clues, lone palm tree, 5 paces west? It was west, right? Right? Should have written that down. Maybe they'll talk about it again. There might be 2 steps to this journey. Do you know where the pirates are taking us? One of them asked the other. Heard them talking about a buried treasure chest. I think it's buried on a beach. They're going to dig it up. Oh, I remember. Squeezed the first one. Remember when they first buried the treasure? It was on a small beach. Behind the beach was a high mountain range. I remember hearing one pirate say that nobody has ever crossed those mountains alive. But has an eagle flown across them? Into Daventry? Hey, second most, do you want to chip in with a confirmation this is Daventry we're going to? No? Okay. I think it was east. Well, I mean, I guess in practice there are only 4 cardinal directions. I can easily experiment with that. But I'll start with east. See if the rats have any other dialogue. I heard the pirates talking about bringing a cat on board. No, don't scare me like that. The first says, I mean it. He said there's going to be too many mice on this ship. We need to call a mouse council. Decide what to do about this situation. Maybe you do, mice. Maybe you do. What are my other spells? Let me remind myself here. I have teleportation at random, deep sleep, storm, and invisibility. And 1 use of flight, which I'm kind of leaning towards getting across those mountains being important. So, like, I need to avoid being killed by the pirates, obviously. But you don't want to use a spell unnecessarily. Wait, does just jump get the job done here? No. But it knows the sequence that I want. So that's fun. Okay. Could also all just be red herrings. All I need to do is like wait for us to arrive at our destination. And then launch a scheme against the pirates. It'll be painful if that's true, but also I'm supposed to save the sleeping powder. But okay. I mean, invisibility might be able to get me in there. Huh. Is there any value to becoming invisible? Nothing I can think of. Because I can get everywhere on the ship except in the galley. Right now. And I guess the crow's nest. It's tough because I can experiment with actions or I can experiment with inaction because this is a game with a timer and there has been parts where I had to wait and we are on a sea voyage and we know our destination and we've gotten clues about the destination. Because when I first saw the chart, my instinct was like, I have to mix up the chart so that they sail to Daventry by mistake. But that might be Daventry. It didn't seem to say so on the chart. And like, how long would I be supposed to wait if that was the goal? I don't know. What is my most... Okay. My playtime was 3 hours and 27 minutes. Time was 15... None of that is helpful in terms of the clock up there. So do I try waiting or do I start messing around with the spells? I'm willing to be guided because I can see how it would be frustrating to watch me wait. I'll try waiting. Okay. Update that every now and then. I guess what I'll do for a moment is I'll just pop up here and install the Perils of Rosella so that it's ready for me, hopefully next week. I'm still hopeful that we get this thing done. Oh, yeah. Kind of frustrating that they've introduced time as a mechanic in this sense because then it does raise the possibility that the solution is waiting. But that's annoying. Oh. No, GOG Galaxy will not install a different game while I'm running game. But I did the click and it will unpause on its own, I assume. Alright. Okay. It was at 2:03. You know what? Here's what I'll do. Yeah, maybe I should. Okay. I mean, I've put the sleeping powder down there. But there's no, like, animation of the pirates taking me down there when I go. I don't see how invisibility is going to trick them. Well, hold on. Let me go down into the room. What if it's as simple as, like, shouting? Probably not, but... Well, maybe when I get captured now, and they take all my stuff, but I have poured the sleeping powder, which I have done. Yes. Maybe that's the scheme. You got to keep updating the one where time has passed, because if waiting is part of the equation here, I don't want to have to re-earn those moments that have passed. There's also like a strong hint of get in the crow's nest, except I get murdered if I go up there. But I could get in there if I was invisible. But once I try the invisibility, I'm no longer passing time, because if it's wrong. Land ho! Alright. I guess, oops. Oh! Gwydion can survive that fall. Okay. So the passage of time is definitely, actually, the journey is occurring. Whether or not I'm adequately prepared for our arrival is yet to be seen. Get on the goddamn ladder, Gwydion. I mean, Alexander. You're Gwydion when you piss me off. Okay, there we go. Gotta get on the ladder from this side. Feels like I should be hidden back down below. Oh, wait. Here's the thought. What if I can get the pirates to chase me down below deck by leaving the chest ajar? Although if I put them to sleep before we've docked, there could be problems there. And also maybe the custom death animation with the storm. I mean, if we're just going to a single destination, then what do I ever need to cause the storm for against the ship? I don't know. I don't know. But I'll just wait a little more. Kind of frustrating. Once we've confirmed that waiting is a mechanic, then you think like maybe I should wait. Probably they'll keep us with like relatively kind intervals. So maybe like 5 minutes after land ho, the ship docks. But what's the lifeboat for? Why is it the lifeboat and the ship sinking? Is it like a horrible like murder thing? I gotta put them all to sleep and then sink the ship? I don't know. Well, what if I go back above? Is the thing still open? It is. Drop anchor and prepare to go ashore. Okay. Except that if they all go ashore, then obviously my sleeping powder scheme's not going to work, and they're not going to let me just come ashore with them. Ah. The ship's the That guy's not part of the landing party. What do I have? Nothing that really screams that it's going to solve this problem for me. Oh. I don't know. This seems... I can see the thing the lifeboat is on from below. But no. So I'm thinking, what if I could drop the lifeboat below deck, forcing them to come down? Have these chums left yet? Have we weighed anchor? What's... I don't know. Well, what if I do... And then I say... Just curious if the ship still sinks when I'm right here. Like when they're at shore. Yep. Okay. Well, hold on. Hold on. Hope I haven't waited too long. You know, they finish going ashore, they come back. If I buy the lifeboat, I don't think this is it, but might as well try. No, I think we're still just drowning. Okay. So it did. All right. Can I bring the small crate back in here, climb up, and do something with the grate? What are all... Hold on. Well, I have a second thought, but no, don't hold on yet. No. Okay. This thought was nothing. But what about this other thought? There's all this machinery up there. What word might get it? Because I have a knife. If I cut those ropes, that would like bust the rudder. Different look from here? No. Can I swing on the ladder? Nope. No. Hear the sounds of the ship setting sail. Okay, so I lost my chance. Which probably also means that I have waited too long in this save. Oh, it's not the end of the world if I have. Because it's not that long a wait, and also I'll be doing stuff. But let's hold on. Let's... Conk. Okay. What is this? What is this thing? It's the rudder. Yeah. It's a rudder? It's this thing. But he doesn't know what a rudder is. Oh, it's a device. Okay. No. Is it a wheel? No. If I look at the porthole, I see the ocean. And time's up. Okay. We have to go back, but it's okay. I have all the stuff. I still feel like this sleeping powder thing is the way to go, but how and why? Well, it's not going to recognize rudder here either. So all these ropes feels significant, and I have a cutting implement, but okay. I had thought I would be using the last casting of flight to do some kind of like find land on the boat during this journey, but I no longer suspect that is likely to be the case. Well, hold on. I haven't even looked in these drawers. Yeah, okay. Not quite right. Crew spotted me in there. Still, it feels like invisibility is going to come in up later. Ah. And here he comes. Okay. Feels like invisibility is for later, but what if there is something up in the crow's nest? Or in the galley? The ocean seems endless in every direction. Fair enough. Okay. Let's try. Okay, but this place does not meet the spell's requirements. What? Oh, it only works in a place with both fire and mist. Great! In fact, why don't I just check my other spells that I have left? Obviously, deep sleep, dank room. Really seems like we use it here. I can use the stone, the teleport stone, as much as I want. And all I need to do is rub the stone. So hold on. Just in case that wasted my invisibility stone use. My invisibility ointment use. Okay. Can I use that to cause some havoc in the galley? Only if I type it in advance. And maybe not even then. This doesn't seem like the way. But what if it is? Let's wait for young Alexander to drown. Oh, I can move. But right now we're just out at sea. This doesn't feel like it's going to work. But can I rub the stone in the water? Yes. Well, that feels less random. Hey, I'm back. Okay. Okay. So maybe when they've seen land, I might be able to swim to the land. I should also check. Hold on. Have I poured the... Wait, did I pour the sleeping powder on the floor? Yes. But if I get caught again, it's just going to be the same. Teleports you down below, isn't it? I don't know. Let him catch me. What are you doing, snooping around my digs, laddie? I got you now, boy. No. That does not create a window of opportunity. Okay. But what if it's as simple as just teleporting to get off the ship when we're actually near land? Whoop! The unfortunate part would be that we were playing the waiting game again. Oh my goodness. Hold on. No, this is not an area. However, it's nice to know it's possible. Oops. Conk. But I'm okay. No. No. Just bunks. The bunks aren't inviting. It's cramped, etc. Me too, something doing. It's the first time welcome, by the way. First time I've ever played it. My prior King's Quest experience was mostly playing a lot of the early parts of 5 without ever really getting anywhere when I was a kid, and beating King's Quest 6 with a friend when I was a kid, and then briefly playing a fan remake of King's Quest 1 as an adult, but not finishing it. And then recently I've started up the series, and I am really, really enjoying this one so far. Although I am currently being tormented by being unsure of how I'm going to overcome these pirates. I've got an idea, but the unfortunate thing is that the idea starts by me having to wait for something to happen. But, hold on. Oh no! This is great. We got a someone for Ultima streams, and we got something now. Something doing. Oh, whoops. I meant to go up and see if... Well, hold on. Save every single moment that I managed to make past for this wait. Oops. That was dumb of me. Curious if I can rub the stone and accomplish something. Oh, my goodness. It's alright. It's alright. As long as he lands, you know, in a seated position, it'll be absolutely horrible as he ages. He will have a seriously compressed spine, but we can live with it. But let's, who cares? Let's try it. Poof. No. Didn't, no. But the random stones, sometimes putting them in the ocean and Alexander not immediately drowning or being eaten by sharks, really does kind of make it feel. Alright, and this might be the chance, or I might need to wait for them to weigh anchor. So, let's try it. Oh, excuse me, sir. Wait, I should look around the galley kitchen. Alright, it's the galley, large iron stove, pots, pans, barrels surround it, long dining room, table. Okay. Nothing about this necessarily screams that there's an important item to get. This was also where the stone put me in the ocean, so no. Well, let's rub it a bunch and see if I can get into the sea again. Where the hell is this? Okay, hold on. I mean, I see where this is. Whoops. Well, that got me into the ocean. Not even randomly. If I swim east, there's land and there's shark. I don't think it's realistic that the shark could catch me in water that shallow. But okay. Fine. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to wish that someday. Right now, it's just like, oh, sweet. I'm finally actually playing these games, and I haven't even touched Space Quest, of which I've only ever played a little bit of the first one. Been playing Quest for Glory, so I've through 4 of those. Got the 5th one still to look forward to. But yeah, it's a cornucopia right now. This was a big get. Like, my family never had a good enough computer, and we didn't even get a computer till like 1996. So I was aware of all kinds, like a whole universe of games that I could never play. So it's not like nostalgia-based retro gaming. It's like I don't know what the opposite of that is. It's experiencing for the first time classic gaming. Okay. There we go. But is this where I can... Oh, it's that simple. Okay. Well, let's try swimming to shore. Is there a way to beat the shark to shore just by swimming better? Like thus? Haha, sucker! Let's see. The LucasArts adventures are a gigantic gap for me. I've played moments, the opening moments of Maniac Mansion on the NES, and every time, like the console adaptation, and every time I ever tried it, I would immediately get captured and then despair. Well, here's a palm tree. Although, having not taken... Okay, do I have to actually count Alexander's steps here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I've got some really some thorough. Maybe it was west. I don't think it was though. And also, it's not obvious to me how this could possibly be where I'm supposed to be yet without disabling the pirates. It seems like we're definitely going to need... That is a well-loved game for sure. I've never touched it, but... Okay. I should actually probably do normal speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is torture. Normal speed is unbearable. But it worked. You've uncovered a small chest. You remove it from the hole and open it. Inside, you find precious gems and ingots of gold and silver. Close the chest. Take it and its contents with you. Okay. I don't know that this is what I wanted to do, though. Will this take me back to the ship? No. Now, yeah, I'm lugging a chest around. I haven't done anything to, like, defeat the pirates. And if it's not necessary to defeat the pirates, then it was foolish of me to leave my sleeping pad on the floor. Okay. The foot of a high snowy mountain range, cliff looms before you with a tricky path, of course, winding its way up the face. What about this tree? Shrubbery might be scant, but there's clearly a large tree there. This doesn't feel right, though. I did nothing to the pirates. Oh. I don't know. Oh, there, I can just climb the rock face. Feels too easy, and I don't have sleeping powder anymore. But I don't know. If all I'm sacrificing is points, I think Alexander will live without points if he gets to have his family. But if I was supposed to do something to the pirates for a reason, oh, it feels great. Like, because I'm playing as an adult, it did come together pretty quickly for me, but still. Look, the mountains continue to march forever upward. As you trek higher and higher, it's getting cold. There are traces of snow. Below you stretches a beautiful valley. Okay. Well, obviously I can go back to the ship at any time by reverting a save. So let's try some things. Dip feather in essence. If I become the eagle, can I just fly down? No. What? Oh, wait. As an eagle, can I fly to the valley? No. It appears that I cannot. There's no way that I was supposed to turn into an eagle just to walk up a screen. Oh, except that I just fall. Hold on. Can I go up where the stream is? Yep. Okay. For now, I'll forge forwards. I'll go back to the ship if I get stuck. At least I will have learned what's ahead of me. Yeah, it's just like the leap forward in like using the mechanics to like put you within a story after the first two games, which are just kind of like, here's a basic little story that tells you need to find objects, and now here's an open space and find the objects. Look, this cave is disgusting. It reeks of rotting flesh. Half-chewed bones of numerous creatures are scattered everywhere. Your skin creeps as you look at the sight before you. It's definitely not a good place to be. What kind of bones are those? You have absolutely no interest in the horrible bones. Your only interest is in getting out of there. Well, no, I want to find out, as the announcement says. Thank you for following. Oh, the abominable snowman. The terrible hairy creature grabs you with bone-crushing force. You resist, but it's no use. The despicable creature grabs you roughly around the neck and it's too horrible to describe. Suffice to say, you're quite dead. Thanks for playing. Okay. I don't have a hot pie with me. He kind of walks like a buddy of mine. Oh, geez, here's the abominable snowman. He can appear in different spots. Yikes. Okay. What could I do? There's no fire and mist up here. If I get to his cave for shelter, can I summon a storm and blow him down the mountain? Probably not, but maybe. You never know. Anything's possible. Is his cave dank? Probably actually it is. Too bad my sleeping powder is on the ground in a ship. But hold on. Can't do it. So you're a big Alexander fan. The rest of the royal family of Daventry, you can take or leave. Okay, I think I gotta go back to the ship and not put my sleeping powder on the floor, because maybe I can do it here. What else do I have that might work? Invisibility ointment's not going to work in here. I can't do the storm from inside, and it doesn't feel like it's a solution. Probably can't kill the thing with a knife. Yeah, I think we're going back to the ship. I don't know. Gotta run to the washroom. Hang tight, gang. I'll be right back with you. And I am back. Hello. Ooh. I don't even have to scroll to read everything I missed. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you liked the B-rate back screen. I gotta update some of my art. I'm not happy. Not that I'm not happy with it. In fact, given that I have no art skills whatsoever, I'm actually pretty proud of the pixel art face of myself. But I would love to have some more time and do something new, just because it's fun. Try to learn a skill. Oh, hey, I did get to cast the spell. And it's upon me. Okay. So, a thought occurred to me that is not related to solving any puzzles. But hold on. Does the magic map change? It does. That's cool. That's fun. And helpful. Gives me a sense of the scale of what I'm going to assume is Daventry, now that I know there's some real scope to it. But, okay, back to the ship to recover the sleeping powder, or what if I'm overthinking things? One sec. Causing a deep sleep. You now have a mixed powder for casting a sleep spell over whoever is nearby. To cast the spell, pour the sleep powder on the ground or floor in a dank, dark place. So, what if... Did I not pour the powder yet in this save? No, I did. Oh, but what if it's not... Okay, hold on. The powder is not persistent on the floor? Maybe? So I go all the way back here. Do I have the sleeping powder still? Because what if this was all that it was all along? Okay. Have we land-hoed yet, though? Wait a second. Who's steering the ship? Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Fortunately, there's no reply. Drift at sea forever. Okay. Let me mess around more with other things against the Yeti. What do I have? I have causing a deep sleep, but that's the one that... Put a pin in that. Teleportation at random seems to be just literally what it is. I'm not sure that's going to solve any puzzles for me or not. It might just be an escape problem. I can only become invisible in a place with mist. So I guess the only other spell that I have that I haven't used, besides understanding the language of creatures... Can I hide from the Yeti and then it reveals the secret of how to defeat it? Pitch a thimble at him. Like... Hold on. Abominable snowman, but hold on. Back to the ship for a moment. No, it's being very frank with me. I can never catch the mice. For a moment I thought, well, what if I caught a mouse and then showed, the comedy cartoon idea of the giant creature being terrified of the tiny creature? I don't know. Okay. Why would I even need to defeat the Yeti? Well, I mean, certainly I would need... Can I just get past here somehow? Okay. Well, I think we want to move east, although there is also a region in the northwest corner there. Heights of the mountains, snow and ice around you. You see no end in the mountains. It's bitterly cold. You shiver in your rags. A path through the snow leads onward. Yeah. Reach the summit. So the snowy mountains continue relentlessly forward. What's this? A cave with a snowy path leading into it? Yeah, like he has no verve. He's just like, I have enough grip strength to just break this guy's like shoulders and collarbone, and he will die. Might as well. Can I go east? Yes. But quickly captured. So perhaps defeating the Yeti is just about getting past it. Well, hold on. Then can't I just get past him like as an eagle, for instance? Or a fly? Well, he's going to climb down and get me. But okay, let me try being an eagle or a fly. See if I can get somewhere up there. And actually, hold on. I'll wait till he appears. What if the eagle can get up in his face, mess with him, make him fall? The abominable snowman seems quite confused by this. He stares in amazement, then heads back to his cave. Okay. The urge to fly and soar has left. So you had... Okay, so that was not timer based. That was just, hey, you found the third use of the essence. All right, great. Fine. Bravely, you grasp the ice-laden rocks and attempt to scale the nearby vertical wall. Be careful, Gwydion, or Alexander, as the case may be. You congratulate yourself on successfully eluding the abominable snowman. Okay. Is it possible to just get past him? Like, just be moving quicker? I was not... Like, my thinking was just fly away from him. Not, he'll be baffled when you transform into an eagle and just be like, I don't need to think about this. Huh. Intriguing. Okay. Look around. Very steep, dangerous cliff. Numerous caves honeycomb its face. You could get lost in the caves if you survive the cliff. Okay. Can't seem to get into that cave. That was not what I meant to do. That was not what I meant. Okay. But do I have to say climb down again once I get to... Jump down. I didn't mean to climb that. Alright. It's okay. We'll figure this out. We have 187 points. We're winning today. I believe it in my heart now. Wild if true that ultimately you don't have to do anything but get your stuff back and then jump off the ship at the right time. I have the chest of gems, right? In this save. The hardcore run, as they say. Just walk there. Well, I tried and you wouldn't let me. Oh, there it goes. Boy, are these caves dark. Okay. But eventually, I'm out on the other side. Oh, but could I have gone down inside the cave? I've changed my walking direction in theory. No. No. Well, can I get back on the wall? Yes, but I immediately fell. But was that because I can never get on this part of the wall, or because I just did it poorly? Because I did it poorly. Okay. What's in this cave, though? Oh, you can't climb up onto something. You have to climb down onto ledges, so alright. I guess unless one of these other caves leads me to that central cave, I'm probably never going to get to it. Okay. Obviously, the answer is to vigorously save your way through the pain. And then it all came together. Once I accepted that I just needed to take the stress out by having a save to fall back on. So, can I just go to the right? Nope. So I gotta go in this cave, which will actually probably come out the... No, not the middle one. Oh, but I can climb up to the middle one now if I don't just pitch myself off the mountain. Okay. I haven't heard of that, but that sounds like a great parody. I have heard of Peasant Quest, which I'm going to check. I think I might have actually seen some of it. I had a lot of friends who were into Homestar or Runner when I was young, but I'll check that out at some point when I have the full King's Quest experience. But that sounds like a much more like focused satire almost than just that's clever. Okay. And this one will come out at the bottom right because there's just nowhere left. Law of economy of cave entrances. So I take a Trogdor appears in a Peasant Quest. Is that what I'm picking up here? Look, you carefully make your way down the eastern side of these mountains. The path travels along the top of a narrow ridge. Looking back, you see the snowy peaks through which you so recently journeyed. Whew! You wipe your brows. You feel the worst is now behind you. So, will the storm be dragon slaying related? Nice. That's fun. Oh, a hollow stump. Carefully make your way along the eastern side. Path travels, looking back, see the snowy peaks. Whew! Wipe your brow. Worst is behind me. Except that, again, gotta fight a dragon. That might be hard. Feels like probably just the magic spells. You don't know what a stump is? Fine. Oh. Oh. Alright. That's not a death fall. I'll forgive it. You look upward and view the mountain range you so arduously crossed. Well, you made it to Daventry. Great. But what is this? Looks like a cave leading deep into the mountain. See evidence that a door once covered this cave entrance. Huge boulders lie scattered about, apparently tumbling down the mountain. You never know what you're going to find in a hollow stump. Let's go in Oh, hey, this is familiar. This is what? It's familiar. This is the cave from the first game. We are in Daventry. Daventry's geography, to some degree, stays consistent. Look at the map. Oh, a whole new segment of map. Home sweet home, baby. All right, here we go. Feels strangely hot up here. Well, that's great. We become invisible up here. Huge fire-breathing dragon is here, and it has seen you. Hypnotized by its baleful glare, you stand frozen in your tracks. What a way to go, ending up as a dragon's barbecue. And oh, hey, look. There's my twin sister. So, I understood the game was cueing me to become invisible. I just didn't realize it was right away. No, it rubbed ointment on self. Boom. Got some invisibility. Oh, well achieved effect. Going in. That's a nice looking dragon. Dragons laid waste to this area. The earth is scorched. And all the trees and plants are charred. Okay. Do I also want to brew a storm? Quite possibly. But hold on. Let's see. Can we just save our sister and get going? Well, then the dragon's still terrorizing the countryside. Girl is securely tied to the stake. Cut the rope with the knife. I think it's pretty clear how we can do that. Okay, hold on. There. Dragon notices her being untied and kills us. Okay, so we need to thwart the dragon. Oh, wait. I should watch us both get roasted. Horrifying. Gwydion collapses into a pile of ash. Cartoonish. Rosella is burnt to ash but maintains her form. Horrific. Not so quick, Gideon. Well, I feel pretty good about this idea that we just fix it with a spell. What? Oh. Churn it up. Everybody say, churn it up. I hope you don't mind being repeatedly electrocuted, Mr. Dragon. Bolts of lightning. And that's your sister. It's depending on whether the player has bothered to read all the animal dialogue, it might be the case that some players got here in a pure Luke Leia kind of situation. Bolts of lightning strike the huge dragon. He howls in pain, falls to the ground, dead. Ho ho ho! Magic spell is wearing off. Well, I'm okay with that. Hey, sis. You rapidly untie Princess Rosella from the wooden pole. She looks bewildered as to who her benefactor may be. I'm your long-lost brother, Prince Alexander! You proudly exclaim. The girl looks doubtful. I don't know. I don't know how, dragon meat seems like it would be really tough. I'll explain it all later. You continue, realizing it's just not the time for this. Just follow me. Let's go meet the folks. With mixed emotions, the girl agrees to follow you. At the very least, sis, whoever I am, I saved your freaking life. She is going to follow me. Looking around, see clouds surround the small bit of land. Oh, wait. We probably go back the other way, don't we? Wait, does the dragon... No, nothing there. Okay, so the bespoke death animation for using the storm on the ship was not there to tell me that I needed the storm. I was thinking all wrong about that storm. I did successfully figure out the... let's hide. Yeah, I should have. Maybe that... I'm going to find out that 13 points just for taking the dragon. I could have had a perfect score. No, probably because in this run I didn't put the pirate crew to sleep. So that might be where I lost most of my points. Oh. Oops. 20 meters before I hit the bottom. Got a 4 from the Russian judge. We didn't pay the bribes. Well, hold on. Might as well see if this is the way to go. Seems pretty likely we just fall. You've skillfully detected the boundaries of Cloudland. The rest of your quest will go quickly. Okay. Probably shouldn't be rubbing the teleportation stone when I'm supposed to be guiding Rosella back. But this feels like the right idea, so going back down to land. Yeah, if you played this game when you were a kid on the kind of computers that was contemporaneous too, then every death involved a lot more disk access to reload. We didn't have the same instantaneous response that we get now. So is it just walking past these rocks then? Yep. Okay, great. Is there anything left to solve? I mean, we're going to find out. The countryside of Daventry looks as if it had once been beautiful, but now trees are charred, chasm splits the earth, and wildfires no longer grow. Nearby is an old broken down well that someone has filled with rocks. It's useless now. I don't think that matters. Let's go. There's home, your sister cries in delight. Mum and Dad will be so happy. And here's an old man. Oh, yippee! You did it, your majesty, the gnome squeals in delight. Oh, hey, it's... or whatever. No, it's not. I tried to say Rumpelstiltskin backwards. That's not even his name. Right. I knew you could save us all. King Graham and Queen Valinus will be overjoyed to see you two. He claps his gnarled hands. I must run ahead to announce your arrival. He spryly scampers towards the castle. Should I steal anything? No. Okay, but yeah, Daventry really has gone to shit. The castle doors are wide open to welcome home a long missing son and a much-loved daughter. Atop the castle, the banners proudly wave. The heavy feeling of oppression is gone. Hope has at last returned to Daventry. I think we should imagine that there was a parabola here. There was improvement and then it got worse. Probably partially because of this giant dragon. Three-headed dragon. You nervously enter the throne room with your sister, Princess Rosella. Before the twin thrones stand your parents, King Graham and Queen Valinus. Old Graham has turned grey. Graham and Valinus are overjoyed to see you. Alexander, where have you been all these years? Valinus exclaims. Your mother exclaims. Adds your father. I'm so proud of both of you. Why? We haven't even told you what we did yet. I mean, you should be proud, especially of me. Like, I don't know exactly what Rosella brought to the table here yet. Alright. Hugging. Kissing. Yeah, please. Like, this is going to be a transition. Call me Gwydion for now, and then maybe like Gwydion Alexander, like it was a hyphenated name. What a joyous family reunion. You're home at last. King Graham points to the mirror. That was once a magic mirror, son, he says sadly. But it has been clouded ever since the night you disappeared from your cradle. Well, gee, who would have thought? Before your astonished eyes, the magic mirror clears and shines anew with brilliant clarity. Queen Valinus cries in delight. The terrible dragon is dead, our children are home, and the future looks bright for us all. Looks actually kind of perilous for one of us. King Graham lovingly retrieves his adventurer's hat with the red feather. With emotion he tells you, Alexander, Rosella, this old hat and I have been through a lot together. Now it's time he had a new traveling companion. He flings it in your direction. We've already seen him, he's super pleased. By now, the woodcutter and his wife have definitely starved to death in the second Great Daventry Depression, but the gnome is happy. Up and up it gently arcs. You raise your arm to catch it. And so does Princess Rosella. A girl wearing a hat? Come on. Get out of here. Down it comes, nearer and nearer. Freeze frame. The end. 201 of 210. Hey, that's not bad. Especially, like, I know. That makes sense. That dragon went, he told the tale to the three-headed dragon. The three-headed dragon was like, you can't throw 3 buckets of water at once. What's he going to do? Summon a storm? I will reign atop that mountain, as long as no naturally occurring storms come along either. And apparently they didn't for 17 years. The end. Awesome. Congratulations on your successful completion of King's Quest III. We hope you've enjoyed playing as much as we enjoyed creating it for you. Tough to say whether that happened. All the carpenters in Daventry have just been working on just expanding the theoretical limits of how large a bucket can be. And in the meantime, he waits. Because he's just like, I'm too old to go on an adventure. Save my son, save my daughter, save the kingdom. I'm an old man now. Alright, I don't know if I enjoyed it as much as they enjoyed creating it, but I enjoyed it a lot. May the adventuring continue with King's Quest IV. It will, not this week. This took, well, I mean, not a hugely long time to finish up, but long enough that I'm not going to start another game right now. Alright, roll some credits. Not even. I guess they showed them at the start, like an old Hollywood film. Alright, well hey, awesome. Let me go look up a points list. I mean, I know I left points on the table because I didn't put the dudes to sleep, and apparently there's a different way to solve the Yeti. Maybe that's worth more points. Let's find out. King's Quest 3 point list. I won't read the whole list, obviously, since I got most of these points. I will just look for the ones that I missed. Kill a spider, get stone. Yep, so far so good. I mean, again, should be. I got most of these. Taking all the every time you took one of the pre-provided ingredients from the shelf, you got a point. Spells, which I did all the spells. Although apparently it doesn't seem like they weren't all necessary, especially the random teleportation, which I guess is only for escaping the screen quickly or discovering that there is a water map and then being like, oh yeah, okay, I'll just wait till we get Landho. Boarding the ship, giving them the money, find a way out of the hold, get your possessions, get the shovel, escape the pirate ship, find the buried treasure, 7 points. What? I'm supposed to be missing 9 points. Rescue Rosella, enter the castle, past the snowman, buried treasure. There are 5 points for escaping pirate ship that maybe I didn't get because I didn't escape the official putting them to sleep way, but that wouldn't even fill out the thing. Oh, here's one. Fly in the hole at bottom of oak tree as a fly. So if you went right there after overhearing the bandits, you could do that. That's 5 points, which would make it 206, so then I'm missing a 4 thing. Or multiple other things that add up to 4. Well, this list sucks. Let me see if there's a better point list. Well, here's one more. Okay. In a sense, yes. You win the game no matter what. I can only find 5 missing points. Do I do a running camp? It says that it adds up to 210. Where am I missing 4 points? It's a better list, because for example they condensed prepare the 7 spells into a single item, which is better for my purposes but actually less helpful. What about Googling King's Quest 3 missing points? Okay, here is a guide with a point list where it has marked off the ones it is possible to miss. Fruit, get the bread, I did all that. You can miss getting the mirror. I guess there's another way to... Okay, get the magic map. No, because this is all just automatic once you're here. Oh, that was a good thought. Okay, wait. No, this is a guide to a fan remake. It looks like. Okay, one more walkthrough to maybe explain the points situation to me. Okay. Here it is. Apparently, you lose points if you don't do the deep sleep spell on the snowman. You still get the points for passing him. You get 2 points, but you get -6 points for not killing him. So, obviously, that is a net -4. So the 2 that I missed were flying as a fly into the hole, which, what does it matter? Just stick my hand in there. And murdering the abominable snowman just because. Alright, fine. So yeah, alright. My final thoughts here are not going to shock anybody who has listened to a single thing I said while I was playing this, which are that I think it's a huge step forward in the series. I understand why there might have been some negative critical reaction at it at the time, partially due to ignorance, not getting very far in the game and being like, why would you make a game that doesn't even have anything to do with the first 2? What is this, Halloween 3? And also because these are these new mechanics, needing to hide your stuff, and I can see those having made it it's harder than the first 2, except that I don't think this one had any one particular infuriating puzzle. I managed to escape the hard puzzle in the first game because it's famous enough. The Rumpelstiltskin invert the alphabet to reverse his name and figure it out. I had read about that, so I just did it. I got through what I think is probably the most absurd puzzle in the second game, throw bridle at Snake to turn it into Pegasus, just by dumb luck. And then in this game, I don't know. I did have the advantage of remembering reading about how perspective suddenly mattered. But other than that, everything felt really fair and logical. Even when it was fairy tale logic, get the just right porridge to hide the cookie in. Obviously, it's more immersive in a story. I don't know if the graphics were better. I think that the style and execution upgrade from King's Quest 1 to King's Quest 2 stood out more than any change here. Going back into the original throne room kind of throws it into relief, right? This looks worse than everything else we saw in this game. But the environments were cool. The timing mechanic actually worked out pretty cool. I could imagine someone getting stuck pretty easily with the pirates if they didn't think to let time pass. But it's not that much time that has to pass, so it would solve itself for you even if you didn't start thinking, wait a minute, hold on. Oh, you know what I'm curious about all of a sudden? Let's go back for a moment to that pirate ship. Well, how about that? It would have even confirmed to me for sure that I was going to Daventry. But alright, so it's not even just waiting. If you thought to look at the map, then you know that the ship is actually moving. Yeah. So, this was good. It's not accepting my F8 click. Oh, because I didn't clear the prompt. Alright. Cool. I'll shut this down. Yeah, the writing is obviously on the next level because we have characters now, Manannan. His cat is even pretty well characterized. The spells themselves are just a copy protection gimmick. And like I said, it would be even cooler if you actually had to figure out rituals somehow by finding clues in the world. But even so, it's fun to do a ritual. So I still enjoyed it as far as copy protection goes, even when it got a little frustrating sometimes. I could imagine if I had to wait a little bit longer for a load every time I got the spell wrong, I might have felt worse. But when the loading is all instantaneous, it's it's the Super Meat Boy version of King's Quest 3. You can't get that frustrated when you die. It's a really cool narrative leap to be all right, check it out. 18 years have passed, and the main character of the game is an old man now. He'll never go on an adventure again, except he will, as we know, in King's Quest 5. But he'll be a middle-aged guy then. But in the meantime, here you are. playing the next generation. And then obviously that's going to redound into the next one when we play as Rosella. And eventually we're going to play as Alexander again, and we're going to play as Valinus and Rosella. And then we're going to play as Connor. Just some guy. I'm not writing Connor off. He might be an interesting character when we get there. I don't know. But I thought it was really cool. Oh yeah, the map is awesome. The map is really, really cool. Especially, I'm glad I stumbled into realizing, because my gut instinct was that the map only mattered in the explorable area, and I kind of thought the end of the game would be pretty narrowly defined, just go through some things, which was true. And yet you could still look at the map and see it, and that was cool, and the fast travel is cool. Would have been lovely, of course, if the fast travel could take you right back to the top of the mountain instead of to the base and then force you to climb, but you can't ask it's like asking the birds to stop flying, to ask Roberta Williams to stop torturing you with staircases and ladders and mountainsides. But yeah, really cool. The music sounded pretty good, and from what I think I heard, part of the upgrade to the SCI engine also included actual sound card support for the first time. So maybe King's Quest IV, maybe next week, we're going to get a leap forward in sound and stuff. But yeah. Yeah, I did have one race against time to get back there, and it was pretty fun. I did enjoy that. So at least that particular climb had a purpose, and yeah, you would miss that if you could teleport back. So you've sold me. You sold me by reminding me of my own feelings at the time. Yeah. It was cool, that part of your quest is very clearly defined in the sense that you quickly realize I gotta find all these spell components and then I gotta cast these spells, but that still doesn't there's still puzzles to get the components, and then when and where and why to use the spells is also a puzzle. I just I loved this game. I really did, and I'm really excited for King's Quest IV. And then I'm excited beyond that, because King's Quest V was the iconic one to me when I was a kid. I know it looks gorgeous. I also know it's got some infuriating puzzles in it, but some of those are ingrained into my brain even though I've never experienced the solution to them. Yeah, it really is. It's not like the first two games, which is, find some stuff, do some stuff. Yeah, this is you can quickly learn that way how to evade your parents and keep secrets. Although there's a very good chance, if you had overbearing parents, that they would look under your bed because they don't consider you a slave beneath their notice. I feel bad for the kids today. I was reading an article just saying that a lot of those, or maybe it was just people talking on Twitter. I can't even remember. But just talking about how people make fun. There's a weird amount of prudishness sometimes in the online presence of Zoomers, of the young kids. I see young kids on Twitter sometimes, this conversation about why do movies ever have sex scenes? They don't advance the plot. What's the point? And I saw a conversation saying well, you got to keep in mind some of these kids their parents had key trackers on their computers but didn't tell them. So okay, yeah, sure. I can see if you were a 16-year-old boy or young woman, a young girl, and your parents suddenly sat you down for a talk about what you had been searching for on the weekend while they were away. I can see that leading you to being you know what? Sex is bad. It's bad to think about. It's bad to talk about. It's horrible to be reminded of. So I should keep that in mind. We should always, believe mainly that the kids are all right. So yeah. Yeah, the only ones that were legible were slightly accelerate the growth rate of a tree. and things like that. None of the random teleportation or turn someone into a cat. Be a totally different game if Alexander could only find the boring spells. The answer would actually be, yeah, you're just going to have to bash him with the mortar while he's sleeping. But okay. Yeah. Nice. This was great. So check it out. Here's what's coming up. 58 Dream Street. I should every now and then mention that we do have a Discord if you'd like to chat with us anytime. We're slowly... that was something I wondered about. And maybe I should have kicked the cat more just to get more dialogue from it. I was hoping that's one note. One thing that I would add to the mix is just a scene where you can overhear Manannan and his cat talking to each other after you've catified him. That would have been the cherry on top for me. Yeah. But, there's a Discord if you want to talk or occasionally receive announcements about what I'm doing. That's what we do there. Several of the very folks here in this chat today are there as well. I think the strong implication is that his cat was human. But, not one of his slaves, but, maybe the origin story of Manannan is that he was a good wizard and then he was betrayed by his apprentice or his lover or his father or something. And so he turned them into a cat. And that's what made him so misanthropic. Who knows? Maybe now that Roberta Williams has the game design bug again, she can be persuaded to do the prequel story that tells us how Manannan got that way. I don't know how you turn that into a game. So, besides Discord, join link in the chat. If you ever enjoy the songs, usually just the one song I use, but we use a different song for some of the different shows, and I should use more of the different music. But if you ever enjoy the music in the starting soon screens, check out Aaron Hodges-Boyle's Bandcamp. It's linked there in the About section. Back catalog on YouTube, and some of the back catalog isn't fully published, but it's getting awful closer because starting on Monday, my Star Control 2 playthrough, which I did starting in December or November of 2021 and then carrying on for several months. It took me 25 sessions to fully beat that game, some of which were twice a week, but quickly I decided to go to this model where I play a different game on Saturday, different game on Sunday. That's going to start publishing on Monday. I've prepped all the videos, so there's no chance of me falling off track and leaving people in suspense. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, videos from that playthrough will publish. So if you like that game, or if you've even just been curious about it, that might be a fun thing to put on in the background while you're cooking or something. I don't know. Meanwhile, tomorrow, I don't know exactly when or for how long, because, geez, these Sundays aren't working out. It's Canadian Thanksgiving tomorrow. Got to do family things. But at some point, for some duration of time, I will get on here and I will play Ultima Underworld 2, Labyrinth of Worlds. Hopefully, long enough to enter said Labyrinth of Worlds. I found the gem that is clearly, it's on the cover of the box, the game box and everything. It's clearly where we're going to enter the worlds. I didn't figure out how, but I did figure out that going back to the castle and trying to tell people about the thing did nothing. And a happy Thanksgiving to you all as well, even if you're American and you're like, what the fuck's this guy talking about? Thanksgiving is in November on a Thursday. No. The real Thanksgiving is on a Monday in October. But whether you celebrate it or not, and I celebrate in the sense that gotta get together with people. You should enjoy the day. And I think the idea of, having a day where we all think about the things we're grateful for is probably a worthwhile exercise. It's probably worth doing that more than once a year. So maybe I'll try to do that. I'm grateful for all of you. And I'm grateful for Roberta Williams and her creations here. And I'm grateful that I'm finally playing them. Yeah. So tomorrow, Ultima Underworld, Labyrinth of Worlds. Even if it's only for a half an hour and I go down because I went back to the castle and I tried to tell them all, hey, I found this weird gem. None of them said anything. So I got to go back and inspect that chamber more. There's something I can do. Because I've explored everywhere in the sewers that I can get to safely. And I found the gem. So there's something to be done there. I don't know. hopefully we get to a new place and see what that's like. That'd be cool. On Tuesday, if Greg is physically capable, because Greg has, my buddy Greg has some serious gastrointestinal issues when he doesn't keep his diet really consistent, and he can't do that on Thanksgiving. So, but if his health and spirits allow, he'll be over here. And on Tuesday evenings, Greg and I have an ongoing project to play every beat 'em up that was released through 1993. And then we're going to do the definitive ranking of the first wave of beat 'em ups. And then I guess we'll carry on from there, and eventually we'll 5 years from now, we'll play every beat 'em up. We'll just tell you, actually, literally, authoritatively, which ones are good and which ones are not, and which ones are just okay. But we're continuing on this Tuesday. Exactly. We're getting very excited to do that, but we actually have like 100 games we have to play before we can do our first list. But we're right now playing Shodai Neketsu Koa Kunio-kan, the original hot-blooded tough guy Kunio, which is, if you know River City Ransom or Super Dodgeball or any of those games, it's the first of that series, the Neketsu or the Kunio-kun series, on the Super Famicom. It's a beat-em-up RPG that is not like River City Ransom or its quasi-sequel, Kunio's historical period drama. It's yeah, wow. Replaying Super Dodgeball, at least the NES version, as an adult, I play it, like, I have the Kunio-kun collection on Switch, and there's an enhanced quality up versions for a lot of those games, including Super Dodgeball. With the quality up option on in Super Dodgeball, it is still probably the flickeriest game I have ever played in my life. And in standard form, it's so flickery that, like, I can't believe that wasn't part of my memories. Yeah, the Famicom version, Downtown Neketsu Story, is in many ways extremely similar. Just the people are, everyone's wearing a Japanese high school student uniform. But there's also an NES quasi-sequel where the conceit is like they're putting on a play, but why would the play involve this much beating up? But it's set in like feudal Japan. This sequel is actually a prequel. It's the junior high years. It takes place after the original beat 'em up, Neketsu Koa Kunio-kan, or Renegade as it was called when it was localized here. Takes place after that, but before River City Ransom or Downtown Neketsu Story. It has more like of a realistic graphical style, like the original game and not like the NES games. And it doesn't really play much like River City Ransom. And we're mixed feelings on it, but we're gonna see it through, and it's cool. It's got a lot, like, it's certainly interesting. So that's what we're doing on Tuesday. Then, come Friday, if you like Gloomhaven, well, Frosthaven's even better. Yeah, that would be a difficult, like, who do you cast? Like, you need a very specialized set of actors, because they need to be trained in stage combat, but they probably also need to be martial artists if it's going to be entertaining fighting for that long. And they have to have incredible cardio. And I mean, you can't go wrong. If you can cast Mandy Patinkin in your play, you might as well. Oh man, if this beat 'em up play had happened in the late 80s, and get Mandy Patinkin reunite him with Andre the Giant on stage, that would be something. At any rate, we're playing Frosthaven. Me and my buddy Greg, but also my buddy Rich, and kind of my buddy Lauren, except we haven't had Lauren on in most of the time we've been playing. She's just been unavailable. But Greg and I are having Friendsgiving with Lauren on Monday, and we're going to give her the nice. I think William Shatner would appreciate that pun. We're going to give her the hard sell, the hard guilt trip on getting her to trying to get her to come back. But we're playing Frosthaven, and it's been a lot of fun, and it continues to be fun. So I hear the vibes are pleasant too. Just some people enjoy the banter between myself and Greg and Rich, and sometimes Lauren. So there's that. And then before you know it, it'll be Saturday. And we'll be checking out King's Quest IV, The Perils of Rosella. And then on the horizon beyond that, The Chants of Sinar, a contemporary game. A puzzle adventure game about deciphering a mysterious language in a strange land. Sounds like it's right up my alley gameplay and puzzle design wise. And it's gorgeous to look at. I've seen screenshots. So I'm looking forward to that. And on into the future. The sky's the limit. Well, hey. Then I got something for you next Saturday. I'm looking forward to it. I know that I read the Trickster on the Adventurers Guild blog. I know I read about his playthrough of that game, but that was like a few years ago, and this time I don't have any memories. So if there's some one fiendish puzzle, I'm on my own. I'm gonna have to figure it out. But maybe I'll manage to do that. I hope. That's where we are. That's where we've been. That's where we're going. Sweet. So if you stuck around to the end, thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came and you left, you can't hear my voice, but I'm glad you stopped by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. And until the next time, that we're all in the same perils together. Take care of yourselves and be kind to everyone you meet.